100 games played, the border war between these two schools has been a clash in the middle of the country that's been a contest played since before the 20th century. And believe me, in rivalries like this one, the wrongs from games played in 1891 are being discussed as we get ready for what's in store. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Jayhawks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers' offense will go on the attack first. They were waving the wheat off in as Kansas blew out Mizzou the last time they met.
Well, that blowout win sat great with Kansas, not so great with Missouri, David. Missouri trying to turn the page here quickly.
And it's so hard in these rivalry games because now all the trash talk comes your way. By the fans, by the coaches, everybody getting after you. You're chomping at the bit to get back at them.
Working from the pistol. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, and live to fight another down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback... regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So, look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reesing, Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891. It's unfortunate with conference realignment that this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw it more often.
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then in turn, we kind of forget about them. So good to have this rivalry back.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Jayhawks are on the move. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
To the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The short hands, it's Madden. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Madden. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Jayhawks have moved it inside the 20. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Fires into the end zone. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Kansas. Quick strike through the air for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And his throw is incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. You've got to wonder about their confidence at this point in the game.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the ball comes to rest right there. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw.
Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
So now it's second and long. They just keep firing. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The away team has a slight lead. They play a fun brand of football. Let's see if they can close this one out. They're trailing by just 4 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's late. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Jayhawks will snap it on first and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Here comes the heat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Line getting set on second down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got him wide open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Rock Jayhawk. The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete to the right. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, and that's what he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you can tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
Under fire. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It is good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Jayhawks. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Kansas and Missouri plays out.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Looking to throw on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. With the catch, it's played. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The offense set for a first down play. They'll go to the ground.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. The Jayhawks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Jayhawks pounding the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. Inside the 30.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Maddox. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's Madden. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Going for the marker on the ground. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting him on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping him off balance with that play call.
To the ground. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal and third and long. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Kansas. And the route is on. Chalk Jayhawk as KU is starting to pull away.
And Kansas getting it done. Executing here in this rivalry game in the second half. Starting to put it on Missouri. They better respond.
KU is delivering the KO. They are making plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Fighting off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it at the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. The screen, and watch out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and something.
Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pass is broken up, incomplete. But let's check out this penalty marker.
Pass interference, offense.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best?
There he goes! He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just
He lost one down the sideline. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. Heel off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the 1st down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Just making a huge... He sets him up all the way down at the 14. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, going to the air. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked.
Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Madden. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He spins that thing down the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll be stopped, but not. And we can rock and chalk this one up to a Kansas